Hi girls, welcome to your second online netball session. The first session we worked on our footwork and we're going to do a progression every week. So this week we're going to include that footwork into attacking skills. Alright girls, in your first training session we did double leg jumps and we're going to integrate that now into a session that you can visualize on the court. So we're going to drive towards the ball ends up nice and high for us, we jump up and we land with 2 feet. Now remember, when you land, soft with the hips, bend at the knees and ankles so that it's a nice easy landing so that you don't injure yourself and that your legs are hip width apart. I'm going to show you one more time. If you've got a partner at home that you can practice with, please make sure that you use the ball. So I'm going to run in. Alright, and whenever I reach up for the ball, I'm going to reach up with the ball with 2 hands and then bring it into my chest. Alright, in the first session we also did our one-legged hops, hopping on one leg and keeping our balance. So we're going to integrate that now into an activity that we can do on the court where we're driving towards the ball and we're going to leap with 1 foot. Okay, whenever we leap, we make sure that our landing, we land nice and balanced with 2 legs apart and that it's hip width apart. Whenever we go up for the ball, it's always 2 hands and bring the ball into our chest. So whether it's the ball's in front of us, above our head, or slightly behind, if the thrower passed behind us, you always want to make sure that you're going for the ball with 2 hands. Girls, this one we're going to focus on a straight lead. So a straight lead can either be straight towards the ball or working at 45-degree angles. The first one that I'm going to show you is without the ball, okay? So a straight lead, make sure that you're pumping hard with the arms as well as the legs. It's that initial burst. Alright, that's a straight lead working towards the ball. The next one is on a lead working to the right. You want to lead first with the right leg. So the right leg has to be the leg that you start off with. So there. And I receive it on my right leg so that my right leg is my landing foot. The next one that I'm going to do is a left lead. And we're going to start off with our left leg being our leading leg. There and receiving on the left. A straight lead working with the ball. And I'll go back to my starting point. Now to the right, remember I start off with the right. And I land on the right. Now to the left, I've got to drive off with the left. Alright, the next one is a lead and a drop. So we're going to move into a straight lead, either straight to the player or to the right or to the left. And then we're going to realize we're on top of the player and we're going to drop. Okay, so I'm going to do a first one leading to the right. Remember, always leading first with the right leg. Whoops, and I drop. And I receive the ball into the open space. And you do that the same to the left as well as straight drive to the ball. Alright girls, the next one is where you clear and drive. Okay, so when you end up in a situation where now you can see I'm too much on top of the player, so what I want to do is I want to clear the space. So I'm going to clear out of the space so that if there is a drive from behind, that the player can still come in, but I'm going to clear, and if I see there's no one that's driven into the open space, then I can drive. So we're going to clear the space, clearing from the left, clear from the right, clear, and then drive into the open space. Alright girls, the next one is going to be the single dodge. So this is when you've got your defender on top of you, and the way that I like to explain it is shaking the dog. So you've got your defender next to you, on top of you, you're not available to receive the ball. So what do you have to do? A quick change of direction. Alright, so the first one that we're going to do, and it's very important to work in straight lines. So we're going to run. When I change direction, it's important that I push off with the outside foot to leave my defender behind, and I take the shortcut. Okay, so from here, I'm not available, I push off and I go and receive the ball. Alright girls, the next one is a double dodge. We often get ourselves into a situation on the court where we've already made a single dodge, but we still haven't shaken the defender or our opponent on the court. So instead of just hitting a panic and standing still, change direction again. What you need to be aware of when you're on the court is where your players are on the court, so that your movement is into the open space and not into your teammate space. So the first one that we're going to do, and I want you to do it both leading to the right and leading to the left. And again, whenever you change direction, it is with straight lines and pushing off on the outside leg. So I'm running, I push off, my player's still with me, and I quickly change direction. Alright girls, the next one is changing direction. It's similar to the single dodge, but it's when you're on the court and you're moving in a certain direction. You see one of your players is perhaps pulling back, and you're going to end up in the same area on the court. So then it's a quick change direction. Now it doesn't matter, you can change direction backward, to the left, to the right. All that's important is that you're running straight lines and that you've got a good running technique. So whenever you change direction, make sure that your shoulders, hips and legs are all driving, so that you're not ending up with your shoulders in one direction and you're ending up running like that. Everything's got to be running in straight lines. Alright girls, the next one is an outside pivot. So a pivot is when you're landing foot, you're going to use the ball of your foot to turn around and without making a foot fault. So first one that we're going to do, you're going to run straight, receive the ball, make a definite leap that you know which is your landing foot, and you're going to pivot to the right all the way around and pass the ball back against the wall or to a player. The next one, same thing, you're going to run to the player, definite leap so that you know which is your landing foot, and you're going to pivot all the way around on that landing foot and pass the ball against the wall or to the player. Alright, the next one is when I've got the ball and I need to give a give and go. So what do we mean by give and go? I'm going to pass the ball, clear the space, and then I'm available to drive into the space again. So I give and I go. Whenever I go, I want to make sure at any time on the court that I'm able to see my opponent as well as the ball and the opportunity to get the ball or to intercept. I hope you girls enjoyed your session.